Hello everyone, this is Hafiz Ahmed Hassan, and in this lecture we are going to discuss about data gathering techniques, which is from this lecture is based on an interview, question and answers from Kaggle Dataset Grandmaster named as Andrew, and we are going to discuss further about the process of the data collection and with an example as well. So what we are covering in this lecture is basically, I will tell you what is Kaggle and what are the data ethics, obviously an interview I mentioned before, and why you should contribute to dataset and how you can contribute it. And in the end, the process for data collection with an example. And let's go to the what is Kaggle. Kaggle is a kind of platform for social platform for data scientists around the world. And you can say it as a Facebook of AI, Facebook of data scientists, where like different companies host their data set and they have the particular problem to solve, and different scientists around the world solve these problems and win the prizes. So you can search about it. You can search kaggle.com and you can learn more about while exploring the website. Before going to the discussing the topic, I would tell you about I would suggest you basically not to worry if you don't know some particular terms I would discuss. What you can do is search in a Google and see the description and read the description about particular topic if you're curious. So don't worry, we are going to discuss the particular terms in which you don't understand, obviously, and we are going to discuss it in the further lectures. So don't worry about that. So in the previous lecture, we discussed about the limitation of storing a data set. You can store any kind of data set, text-based, image-based, tabular-based. We can say it like kind of structured data set. With the structured, I mean tabular-based data set in a tables or in Excel sheet or somewhere. Unstructured data set is, for example, images. In the data science, it is called unstructured data set. So the dataset can be of different sources. You can have dataset from different sources. You can extract videos from YouTube. YouTube video is a data, right? And you can extract comments from Twitter, for example, and it hashtags as a title, which would be like kind of dataset. So we are not going to discuss how you can extract the dataset, how you can make a dataset. We are not going to discuss it. There are like some other techniques. Maybe I will tell you in future lectures, but like this lecture is just an introduction about how the process of dataset. So who is being interviewed? So the person is Andrew Maranhao. He's #1 dataset grandmaster, and he's data scientist at Hospital Albert Einstein in Sao Paulo. We will talk about his experience, and the interview will consist of different questions, obviously, and with respective answers. So the first questions that was being asked to him was about his favorite competition and why the particular competition was his favorite and what was his solving approaches. So he defined a medical images as his favorite and with the because it is the purpose of his job, and because in the medical domain we can have data set both on text-based and image-based. And he said that image-based data set is more impactful as compared to text-based because of the similarities in human medical imaging, and also it is like most of the data you are having, for example, my x-ray images and your x-ray images would be a kind of same. So that's why he like medical imaging, because of because of its impact. So the next thing is about the particular challenging competition, where he said that tuberculosis detection in X-ray images was his favorite. But this competition was having some limitations. For example, a very small number of number of images contains 1,000 images. And he tackled this problem with the two techniques, with the two models basically. Using pre-trained model of pneumonia detection images, where the model was pre-trained on 20,000 images, and also pre-trained model on lung anomaly detection images, where there were like 600,000 images. The model was trained on that. And with these techniques, he achieved a 22% more accurate result than a team having the highest score. And why he chose to become a dataset grandmaster, like he answered this question in 4 parts. So I will tell you, I will give you some points. Like he said that you have to give the purpose to yourself first. And so the great dataset solves the great questions, and you have to create the process for the success, not for chasing success, not for pursuing one success for sake of another success. What is actually in your hand is doing a good job, and there is nothing in your control. That is only the thing you have to do. So what is the purpose? So whenever like you want to create a data set, you have to ask your question, what is your objective, what is your purpose, and why are you choosing the particular topic? So he said that there is Fifi Lee who created ImageNet dataset, and she talked in Kaggle in TEDx actually, in TED Talk. She said that she has a vision of creating machines that recognize the same things as child recognize things. So the dataset, the good dataset, provide you a purpose. Your purpose will engage, improve, and differentiate you and your work. So another thing is, he said like something about like characteristic of good data set is with an example of Fifi Lee. He said that ImageNet was having some, as an example, ImageNet was having some common themes. The purpose was to create real world applications, more diverse applications, and the dataset collection, quality, and documentation was well assured, and like create a kind of mechanism of collection actually and documenting a data set. So there is a community that will affiliate to your data set, and as community grow, you can have more data set. The community contribute to pre-processing and analysis things. And as a data scientist, you have to ask questions more, like why you are collecting a particular data set. So what does he means like with the you have to create the process for a success rather than seeking success for another success. So maybe like you have heard about quality over quantity. So that was the first motivation, and that should be actually the first motivation. And it takes time for dataset to require for a dataset growth, because it requires continuous improvements and maintenance. So as I said before, that there would be a community that would affiliate with your dataset, and this community can define different processes, pre-processing things, and analysis techniques. So what you can do is you can highlight their work, and you can encourage them, and you can provide suggestions to that community. So what is the general process for creation of the data set? So first you have to define a purpose, And you can break down your purpose into topics, into objectives. And you can create for a particular topic, you can create your questions, and you have to identify the different sources of data based upon your objectives. What are the sources? And you have to select one source, and you can define the collection method. And as I said, the community help you with pre-processing and documentation, and you after that feedback you can publish your data set, and there is a continuous maintenance and support is required from the community. And you can take some actions for improvement of your data set. You can add, for example, some more files for a community to understand your data set more. You can take some, like after publishing your data set, you can take some actions for its improvement. So I will give you an example with, for example, you are having a purpose of social welfare. So you can break down your topic to racial equity, for example, and you select the topic. Like, for example, you ask the questions to yourself. So what should be the topic, particular topic on your particular object? So maybe, for example, you select Black Lives Matters movements. And then there is a time to ask the questions to yourself. Can I make a different voices heard? Um, so with these questions, you can come up with what can be the type of my data, and what can be its resources. You can think about, like, most of the data I can have can be a text based, not an image based. So you can think of different sources of data as YouTube comments, tweets, um, articles, newspapers. So then there is a time for selection of particular source. So you will select, for example, a Twitter as a source of your data, and you define a collection method. So we are not discussing how you can collect it. Maybe we will discuss it later on. So for example, you somehow extracted comments from Twitter, which is with a particular topic, Black Lives Matters movement, and with the hashtags as well. So these hashtags helps you to tell you about the particular emotions affiliated to particular comments. And then you define, your community helps you with the pre-processing and its documentation, and you can publish it on Kaggle. So Kagglers can do topic modeling on your data. Some tweets Kagglers see in other language, for example. So they can give you a use case of the comments you extracted came from different languages: Arabic, German, Italian, English. So what you can do is you can highlight your community work. They can ask your advice, and you can advise them to select a particular type of data, like select a particular pre-processing. For example, I pre-process my data, I exclude all other foreign languages, and I select English as a language. So this is just one pre-processing thing in creation of data set. And Kagglers can make analysis, and for example, they can come up with identifying the particular command with if it reveals demands, motivations, or fears in the particular command. So in the end, what would be the result of your data set? Your data set contains millions of tweets, provides set of recommendations that improve racial equity, your objective. So in the end, again, I will gonna ask you, if you want, you can follow me on GitHub, LinkedIn, and you can follow me on Twitter as well. And there is a book, like I would suggest to buy it or read it online if it is available. So if you want to have, if you like to read actually. So thank you so much. Stay tuned. Have a great day. Please, if you want, you can subscribe my channel, and there will be more videos that will gonna come about artificial intelligence, and you can see in the future. And this whole playlist can um, help you to become a great data scientist. So thank you so much once again. Have a great day and bye.